one of those things. I felt my rights were being suppressed here. Granted, this guy does own this sign. However, given the facts of the ownership of this sign, I think the city and everybody else agrees that we need to have a fair play here in Montgomery County, and that's what we're going to fight for.
Uh, well, you used to fight for your right just to party, and so you're saying you've
I did.
been
Oh yeah, I've done a lot of partying. I don't drink anymore. I haven't drank in over 6 years, which don't knock it till you tried it.
well,
uh,
that's awesome, and you also have a brand new baby as well.
yes, I do. I do. I do.
How are
I
things
have
going?
two beautiful babies. So
Tell us about them.
everything's going good. Everything's going good. They got two girls and they're doing great and everything, and a beautiful wife, family around here. So I've got a lot of friends that I consider family. People are pretty tight in our area. People from all walks of life. If you want to live in a free world, if you want to be able to prosper and enjoy uh, everything that you could do as a person to succeed and be able to get out there and really work hard for what you got, and you want those things, I mean, come to Texas. This is a great place. And
you guys have
we love new people too.
No income tax. Sorry.
No income tax in Texas, which is great. I really like this. Like I mentioned before, I'm from Lafayette, Louisiana. I love Lafayette too. Texas, it seemed like we had a little bit up more opportunity with growing up, with just all the business and stuff that was around. But I miss the people of Lafayette a lot. They're great here too. But my home zone is really the coast up to Oklahoma. I got family in Arkansas and Texas and Louisiana. So everybody in those four squares, that's my people. That's my stomping grounds right there, I gotta say.
Well, you used to you always surprised me each year with your crawfish broil. Do you still do that?
We I've got to do some more crawfish boils. Yeah, I still cook crawfish, not as much as I did before. I've got a bigger crawfish pot now that we've got to do some work on. But yeah, that was always fun doing that stuff. So
yeah, I never had any any crawfish or anything like that in my life. So whenever you brought that out, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this. And end up,
did you try any
all day? Oh my gosh, dude!
Yeah,
best thing ever.
Yeah,
I was very impressed.
So I'm excited though. About what you're doing here, Bobby? I mean, tell us about what you're doing with your podcast, and you're the one bringing all this attention to everybody and giving us the opportunity to talk. And I know you put a lot of hard work and you do a great job. We want to hear about you.
Oh, you know what? I never really know what to say when the tables are turned. I'm really good at just asking questions and leaning back. So let me ask you one more question, then I'm gonna have this victory cigar going.
Okay.
And rewinding, the reason why I brought up your children is, do you think you're now more active in the political environment because you have kids?
I don't know if it's because I have kids, although I would say that I definitely am more aware of what needs to happen sooner. And the reason being is because my kids are growing up so fast. It's been 11 years since my dad passed away. And I look back and I really think, if something needs to be done, now's the only time. Why wait? So, that's where it's at. I mean, we've always been political with stuff, and we just want to be able to enjoy the things that we love, and we like other people to learn those things too, and be able to have that same happiness that maybe they don't have. I know that everybody in this country is not happy, and I know that everybody in this country, there's some people that have plights and the most horrible things you could imagine. And we feel for those people. Hopefully we can reach out and lend them a helping hand and be there for them and really help them to get on their own 2 feet.
Well, my biggest concern in today's world is kind of fed back into the question you had earlier for me, which is what is the purpose of all this, all the work behind the Blue Falcon podcast and learning how to do all this. For me, it seems like there's a newfound world is one way to put it. New territory, which is the internet, which is social media. Mm-hmm. It's a brand new creation. And in the past, I've seen how it seems like a lot of liberal ideas are on the internet. A lot of, well, I don't have to tell anybody else this, negativity. Obviously, a lot of negativity. There's also a lot of good things, though, that come from the internet and people being able to connect. So when I started the podcast, I wanted to put my little, 1 acre stamp on this new world and have it to where it's a positive message, a message of empowerment, and I guess to steal from you freedom and prosperity.
Yeah.
And using this platform not to have any agenda of my own per se. I mean, we all have our own agendas, but my agenda would be to give a voice to those who normally aren't heard, or those who I look up to and want to continue their work. So that's why, of course, having you on here is awesome.
Yeah. Well, it's like, of course, we tried to get Patrick earlier, and we'll have to get him sometime. I don't know if you caught, but Patrick said, I have a lot to say.
Oh, yeah,
and
but he does.
You are bringing a voice. Yeah, you are bringing a voice to people. It's great because, like you said, with the internet today, we have a medium to where we can compete with big news. Nobody's sitting at home anymore watching the news anymore. People are looking at their cell phones, and we can get out directly to them. And that's what's happening right now on the Blue Falcon podcast.
Exactly. And I guess I'm a little bit more timid than I should be as well. I do a lot of research whenever there's different things going on the news. And I find myself constantly saying, yeah, that's what I told everybody would happen. That's what I told everybody would happen. And finally, realizing, what? Most people don't have the time or the know-how to filter through what's real and what's not.
Yeah.
What's truth on, Facebook and the internet and what's fake. So eventually I would like to have like a segment of, is it BS? As in Bobby Stegall, is it bullshit? Segment of whatever the newest topic.
I think that's good.
Like the Bob.
I think that's good.
That'd be a great example of what's going on right now.
Yeah, I think that'd be great. And as we go on and people seek new information, you can change your mind on stuff. A lot of people are out there. It's like
you cannot grow. Not allowed.
The most powerful thing. I mean, people just have to get out there and do that. People have to get out there and they have to learn these things. And hopefully, I know it's going to happen on here, and it does. So that's good.
Well, yeah, I think it's really interesting. 3 people from last month have been on news channels lately. Like you, obviously, on Houston News, and another guest on the Ingram Angle on Fox News, and then another person, Craig Long, on Fox Business, which is just wild. So I'm not sure if Fox is watching me, trying to figure out who should be on the next, news hour.
I know.
Or what? But
exactly.
They can just call me directly. They don't have to watch my podcast.
Yeah, Bobby. Doing a good job on the stuff.
Well, I know talent when I see it. I know somebody who's trying to make a difference, that's driven.
Yeah. And that's you.
Oh, yeah. Of course it's me. Yeah, I was talking about myself. I did get a kick out of the sign.
Yeah.
To bring it back to the sign. I didn't know where you were going whenever you said you bought a sign, and I read the first line of that, and I was like, why would he mention freedom and prosperity? I thought he was voting for Trump. Oh, vote for Joe Biden, 2020. Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty clever. I think that was the funniest thing about this whole thing, is that the sign that I put up It was the best sign that there was. I mean, everybody looked at that sign and was like, yeah. So many people have told me how they cheered going by that and they'd honk their horn and stuff and all this. So this guy didn't rob this from Blake Moe. He robbed it from the residents of Montgomery County. And that's a shame.
I hope you get in the billboard industry after this. That would just be so great.
Well,
I would love it so much.
it's funny because I am. The first opportunity I get, I think after this, I'm gonna get my own. So either change the rules or watch out.
Or I'll make my own signs.
Exactly. I mean, look, the truth is, we're young. These people aren't going to be around forever. We'll put our own signs up. You know, let's figure out a solution to this problem. Otherwise, I mean, we're going to do the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, what's up? You know,
Pretty easy to find the rules now with the internet, right?
yeah,
Oh, whoops.
exactly. It is. You can look at all that stuff. It's out there. You got to do a little bit of searching. You can look under the like beautification rules for public highways. It basically goes from federal to state, and then you've got the city that is able to regulate those things. And hey, I mean, I'm all for deregulation. You know, truth be told, I'd rather that guy keep his sign. You put what you want and open it up for others to put what they want. This is a free country, you know, but at the same time, you know, when you got your lock and chains on this sign that you got over there, and you think you could spit this propaganda in our face, somebody like me, and now hundreds and maybe thousands of people are pissed at you. So good job.
And it's on Facebook now, which is great.
It's everywhere. I mean, the amount of people, you know, my friend Brian, he first started sharing it, and he's the one, he got so many shares. And then I started sharing it, and I got so many shares. So by the time I got banned, I mean, shit, they had already shared this all over. This is all over. And, you know, then the news called about it. We did the news thing. And after that, I mean, it was just like, wow, everybody knows now about it. And you know what? I think that you have to look at the other side on this too. If you lived in a there is another side. If you looked at the, let's say you're a Democrat and your area is all Democrat, and maybe it's the poor part of town or whatever. How would you feel if I went in there and bought a sign and put up something to degrade the population? You wouldn't like it. It wouldn't be fair to them. It's not in conjunction with the morals of the community, and it's fight words. And you keep doing it, you're going to keep having a fight. And it's not from me, it's from everybody around here. We don't want to see that. Just be respectful to our people, and we'll be respectful to you.
Now you're talking about, in that specific context, you're talking about the Jesus Christ ad with Donald Trump.
I am so surprised. So I actually, I'm going to have to go back out there and snap a picture of it, because I drove by and I pulled up to the sign, and it came up. And so before I could get my camera out, it disappeared. And I waited there for probably 30 minutes or so and never saw it again. And then I drove by earlier today, and it was up, and I whipped in to try to get a pic, and I couldn't. I don't want to crash the car and, you know, try on the road. So anyway, I couldn't get a picture, but there's a sign of Jesus. There's a sign of Jesus on 1488 right by the highway. It's on the electronic billboard, and next to Jesus is Trump. And this guy is using Jesus in order to put Trump down. I mean, how pathetic.
Yeah, that's
people don't like that. So, okay, you know what? Everybody knows about it now.
Not just the people driving on the highway. Now everyone's upset.
Not just the people driving on the highway. You should have just left it up.
That's something else that I want to be sure to hit on. Is I don't believe having this mantra of, you know, hashtags change lives actually works. No. To me, whenever
he actually had hashtag. Well, go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm not going to interrupt.
Yeah, can I
go ahead.
talk for a second, Blake? Oh,
Yeah.
I swear, dude. Anyway,
Sorry.
uh, when you have a, I guess, an idea that it should only be, you know, important if you hear about it. Um, Everything that makes national news, everyone wants to fix it. And at the end of the day, it's good to be aware of what's going on across the country, but we also have to be effective locally. So,
Yeah,
think
we do.
think nationally
Locally is really important.
and then act
Yeah.
locally.
Mhm. That's true, Bobby. There's so many things going on now. I think if people really sat down and thought about what makes people free, what makes people uh, prosper, what makes people families get big and their children grow and their children be safe from other countries' threats and threats within. If you think about those things and how we have that, that's how we come up with how we need to be. And people really need to discuss these items. There's people reaching across the aisle today. Ice Cube, Lil Wayne. I mean, seriously though, there are even on that side, and lots of other people
It's just
too.
it's hilarious,
And
that's part of the conversation. I love it. Who would have thought?
I know,
10 years ago
you know
when we
what?
were
I
listening to
respect those
where they're
guys
at.
because I respect those guys because they really are looking for solutions. And Ice Cube and them are right. I mean, look, you know, poor populations, especially black populations, have been put down and left in the gutter and locked in chains by their Democratic leaders. And these
That's
people
your opinion. That's your
are not
opinion
learn.
on one take everything.
It's my opinion, of course.
Right.
It's my opinion. It's my opinion. And these people are controlling a lot of people's lives by not teaching them the proper things in school, by not being there for them. I mean, look, you got people defending people who whip a knife out on the police. They get shot. I mean, look, if I tried to punch the police, I'm probably getting shot. So there's a lot of things going on beyond that, but I really feel that the leaders in those communities have failed them
I
and
think it's really
not
neat
been
seeing
there for
people step
them.
up. I've actually seen people like in who was it? Somewhere in California. The not I want to say Ghislaine Maxwell. That's not her. It's a Congresswoman. Um,
Waters,
yeah, Maxine Waters.
Maxine
Yeah,
Waters.
yeah. Thank you. Yeah, the guy who's running against her, his ad is freaking awesome. I'm not sure if you've seen it. It's
I
him outside
haven't
of
seen it.
it's him outside of her mansion, saying this is where Waters lives, and this is not even in the district she represents. Let's go in the district she represents,
Mhm.
and this is where I live. And it goes into everything that she hasn't done in 30 or 40 years.
Yeah.
Which good on him, and I
I,
hope that that advertisement and that social media buzz from his advertisement, really helps him out. I think it should.
mhm. I really think that a lot of those people went into office really having good intentions. I hope.
Excuse me.
I do want to believe that. But I feel that because people have been in these offices for so long that they've lost touch with the American people.
Yes.
Term limits. It's like, okay, look, if your office is only for 2 years, now they can run forever. Okay, we'll do a term limit and you even keep it for a little more than you would. So instead of 2 years, how about 3? You get it for longer for a certain amount of terms or something. But these career politicians that have destroyed our country and ravaged our people for what? I mean, people really out there are divided today, and I'm sad to see it. I really hope people could come together. But this isn't about the people, y'all. This is about government is making this happen. I would straight up say it. I mean, this is
Government is people.
government at work,
Government is people,
having us fight.
right?
Yeah. What if we
At
throw
the end of the
two
day, it is
rats
people.
in a jug? Yeah, it is. Say you throw two rats in a jug, okay? And you got the government, you got the Democrats or the rats, okay? And the Republicans are the rats, both of them, because
Okay.
they both do this stuff. And then you got the government's the jug, the person who shakes it, and you got the government shaking up the jug with these rats. What are the rats doing? They're fighting each other. They're
First off,
throwing each other. They're
who's
biting each
eating
other.
rats? Who's putting rats in jugs? Who in the world's doing that?
It's an analogy, Bobby. But what I'm saying is you got the government sitting there shaking the can, and you've got Democrats and Republicans that are in there fighting each other.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
look,
it's
this is propaganda pushing people to conflict in order to gain power. It's a very scary thing. Americans know, though. That's why millions and millions of rounds of ammunition have been sold, hundreds of millions, and there's none on the shelves.
well, and also if the Democrats take
crazy.
over, they'll probably make do the gun bill like Bill Clinton did.
Oh, of course.
And, ban ARs.
Yeah, like Bill Clinton did. Actually, in Joe Biden, the gun bill that actually disappropriately affected black communities with handguns getting pulled over. You look on cops, you see every black person that gets pulled over, they're going to jail for handguns. They don't even play cops anymore. But still, it's crazy. They don't even play cops anymore.
General statements, though. Hold on, you're saying a lot.
Yeah. So if you look at the facts, blacks with the bills that were pushed by Democrats, whether it be the drug and the crime bills or the gun bills, those affected and put hundreds of thousands black men in jail and separated them from their families. Where's their justice? These are laws that were made by Democrats, and they have affected these people. So, I don't think it's fair.
Stop and change the laws. Whoops. We have to fix the law.
Yeah, the laws have to be changed. I mean, you've got people that go to jail for 40 years for stuff, and then you got some guy who killed somebody or assaulted a child getting out in 10. I mean, what is wrong with it? When I think a lot of it has to do with the attorneys as well. People suing everybody. I mean, it's crazy. The things that are happening, people unfairly incarcerated, even in this county.
Well, let's try to. I'm trying to get the scope down smaller.
I know. Okay. Yeah.
There's a million things you could complain about in America.
Yeah, I know.
But graphing about them's not gonna.
And these are my opinions. These are my opinions, and I'm open to hearing other people's opinions, and maybe it'll sway mine. Who knows?
No, I mean you're definitely right. I mean,
I'll be fair.
Stuff that you said has happened. I guess it's our job, as the next generation, to be sure we include social media, because whether we like it or not, social media is here to stay. So it's
here to stay for sure.
It's our responsibility to take charge of social media and make sure it's a fair and balanced place.
Yeah. So I would like to know what is your prediction for the election next week?
Oh, thank you. Man, I'm glad you asked me that. Landslide, Trump.
Me too.
I believe it'll be even. He'll win by more than he did against Hillary. Can't remember what the exact count was on the electoral.
I think so too.
Of the electoral college, but I think it's going to be landslide. I think the Dems are going to be very disappointed in the Senate seats they're trying to win. I think that's going to stay.
I agree.
Republican, and it may be another 2 years until Republicans have a chance to take the House, but that may happen this time too. That's my prediction.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's gonna. I'm gonna go with the landslide too. I mean, the things that are happening today that people see, people are not happy with it, and even the coronavirus situation.
Right.
Anyone people don't want people getting.
It seems like I'm listening to either a CNN report or a Fox News report. It seems like very few people are actually researching anything on their own.
Yeah, I mean, what it comes down to, I think, in my opinion, is nobody could tell you to stay home and not go out and work to feed your family. Look, if you want to go out and get sick, go out and get sick. I mean, nobody can tell you otherwise. And so when the governors make orders and all this, look, let them arrest you. Let them give you tickets. Okay. It's good. It's good ammo for court because people's rights are being tread on. You have people sitting at home. I mean, look at the numbers of people who have been unemployed. And you've got people blaming this on the president. Well, people aren't going to work. I mean, it's crazy. But I think people should be able to prosper and people should stay working and look, just be safe. Adapt.
That's another
We're Americans.
thing that, mask or no mask, I wear a mask. I know that's not going to stop 100% of the virus. I got that. But if it stops 10% out of my, I guess, breathing, stops 10% of the particles, well, maybe that's the 10% that got somebody infected. Like, it's just, it's a mitigation tactic is all it is. But
I'll wear a mask too. When I go in certain places, I'll wear a mask. Yeah.
At the same time, though, it shouldn't be forced, in my opinion. In public, or I mean, in private stores, in public stores or public spaces, sure. But when it comes to the government saying this is how you're going to operate your business for this virus that is controversial, where's the lines?
Yeah, exactly. I think that a person should be able to decide whether or not their employees and their patrons have to wear a mask coming in their business. It is their business. Right. Anybody else can go and start that same business. You could really, and if they don't want you in there, I mean, they don't want you in there. It is what it is. There's another place you can go to down the street. It's not like it's the only place around type thing.
There are
but that being said, I mean, I love Wendy's. You go in this place. Okay. You go to that place, Right. People would say the same thing. Well, how does that compare to this sign thing? I mean, you're saying this guy too at the sign, but this sign is in everybody's view every single day unfairly.
I think the biggest argument you have on there is the fact that has to have government regulation. I think that's your biggest argument there.
Yeah, I think if anybody could go and just put one of these up, but I'll tell you what, if I could, I would, because I mean, look what this guy is putting up here. If they're going to allow this, we need to have something to fight it too. I mean,
it's got to be great money. I can imagine there's electronic billboards.
I would imagine.
That's got to be.
Yeah, I would imagine. Yeah, definitely. Those are expensive up there, and I know they got to maintain them and all that stuff. But like I said before, I would prefer that the guy, hey, you want to be able to put your stuff? Okay, that's fine. But we can put our stuff too. And we just need a means to do it. And when we're regulated out of it, that's not fair.
Agreed. I think that's a pretty good spot to pause until election time. I actually have a few episodes coming up tomorrow and Monday that will be great. And Tuesday, I actually have a live feed. I think you should come in on Tuesday if you want to.
On Tuesday? Okay. That would be great. Who's coming on? Or?
Yeah. Monday, I have a. Well, you know what? I don't want to say it yet. I want to make sure that.
Okay, keep it a secret.
Confirmed. Yeah.
Keep it a secret. And then if we need, maybe we can
followers on TikTok. So I'm pretty excited though, and I don't want to announce that one until
that's pretty cool.
Goes through.
Okay, awesome.
All right, well, guys, thanks for watching the Blue Falcon podcast. We'll leave some last words from Blake Meaux. Be sure to subscribe, like, follow, share. All of your watch views and opinions are appreciated.
Bobby, thank you very much for having me on the show. Yeah, I appreciate it. And everybody out there, make sure you go vote. Make sure your word is heard by people. Stand up for your rights. But look, don't do it with violence. Don't do it with hate. Get together and discuss these things with people. And let's really come together and find solutions to problems, because you'd be surprised when you talk to somebody you don't know. Just look them in the eyes. It really helps. Thank you. Have a good day.
Bye, guys.
And don't forget to smile.
Oh, yeah.
Go Pokes.
All right. Bye, guys.
Okay.